The 10 mysterious and shocking archaeological discoveries that have baffled scientists around the world. Hello everyone, history never dies, it only waits to be unearthed. That's a phrase archaeologists often remind themselves of whenever they embark on a new journey. But have you ever wondered what secrets might lie hidden beneath the quiet surface of the earth? Secrets powerful enough to shake the world? Objects that seem like mere stones, ceramics, or scraps of cloth may in fact carry the power to overturn everything we thought we knew about history, about humanity, and even about the future. In today's video, we'll take you on a journey through 10 of the most mysterious and shocking archaeological discoveries on the planet, from a 1,000-year-old cloth predicting the year 2040 to a tomb in England filled with a massive treasure, from a buried ancient city under the land of Thailand to a sacred blue room in the heart of Pompeii frozen in time. Each story opens a door to the past and perhaps even offers a warning for the future. Are you ready? Buckle up, because the journey into untold mysteries begins now. A 900-year-old knight's sword. Beneath the turquoise waters off the coast of Carmel, northern Israel, a land steeped in thousands of years of history, Israeli divers have discovered an artifact that sent shockwaves through the archaeological community. A sword measuring approximately 4.3 feet in length, dated back to the 12th century, the very era when Crusader knights swept through the Holy Land. This spectacular discovery was announced by the Israel Antiquities Authority, IAA, on October 18, 2024. What makes it especially remarkable is not only its nearly 900-year age, but also its near-perfect preservation, an incredibly rare condition for artifacts submerged underwater for centuries. The sword itself is about 4.3 feet long, with a handle roughly 12 inches in length and a blade measuring around 3.3 feet, crafted entirely from iron. Over time, natural processes and marine life incrustation formed a protective layer around the blade, acting like a natural armor that helped maintain the sword's original shape remarkably well. According to Inspector Nir Distelfel of the IAA's Anti-Theft Unit, this is not just an antique item. It's a beautiful and rare sword, potentially once wielded by a Crusader knight. Just imagining that is enough to send chills down the spine of any history enthusiast. Picture a knight clad in iron armor, gripping this very sword, fighting on fiery battlefields for faith and honor. And now, nearly a millennium later, his weapon has been found resting on the ocean floor, like a message sent across the ages. But it's not just the sword. During the same expedition, divers also uncovered other artifacts, such as pottery pieces, stone and metal anchors, all hinting at a once vibrant and possibly strategic medieval port. According to Kobe Sharvit, director of the IAA's Marine Archaeology Unit, the Carmel coastline combines many advantages for both trade and military activities. Its natural small bays once provided ideal shelter for ships during sudden storms, while larger bays gave rise to ancient settlements like Dor and Atlet. Thus, this region serves as a vast archaeological treasure trove where every shifting layer of sand can reveal traces of history. One particularly fascinating point emphasized by the research team is that changing seabed conditions pose enormous challenges for locating and excavating artifacts. Even a minor storm can either expose or completely bury these treasures. Therefore, every accidental find, like this Crusader knight's sword, is incredibly valuable, not just scientifically, but for the entire story of humanity. Experts must work quickly and precisely to collect as much data as possible on site before nature once again buries everything in oblivion. So, what are we really talking about here? Not just a sword, not just an ancient artifact, but a gateway to the past, an invisible thread connecting our era to a time long since legendary. More importantly, it reminds us that beneath the seemingly calm ocean waves, countless untold stories and mysteries remain, waiting for someone curious, passionate, and brave enough to uncover them. 70-million-year-old dinosaur. Graveyard buried in Spain. Let's travel to eastern Spain, where not long ago, during the construction of a high-speed railway line, workers accidentally stumbled upon a discovery that stunned the scientific world. This wasn't just a few scattered bones, nor was it treasure made of gold and jewels. It was an entire massive dinosaur graveyard, containing up to 8,000 fossil specimens from at least 8 different species. Just hearing that is overwhelming, isn't it? This site, later named Lo Hueco by scientists, quickly became one of the largest and most diverse dinosaur fossil locations ever found in Europe. The fossils here date back around 70 million years, just about 4 million years before the dinosaurs went extinct, a period for which science previously had very limited data. What does that mean? It means we are facing a rare opportunity to understand the world of dinosaurs right before they disappeared from Earth. According to paleontologist José Luis Sanz, the lead researcher, these fossils reveal an incredibly rich ecosystem. Among them, the most prominent are the titanosaurs, long-necked giants that were among the largest herbivorous dinosaurs to ever exist. These enormous creatures once roamed the land, leaving behind footprints that, millions of years later, rested quietly beneath layers of mud, waiting to be discovered. But titanosaurs were not alone. Scientists also uncovered fossils of other species, such as Rhabdodon, a smaller dinosaur with teeth specialized for grinding plants, and ankylosaurs, armored dinosaurs equipped with powerful tails used for defense. And of course, there were predators as well. Among them were dromaeosaurs, fast, highly aggressive carnivorous dinosaurs measuring about 6 feet in length. The presence of both prey and predators suggests that this was once a complete and balanced ecosystem. The discoveries didn't stop there. Researchers also found fossils of turtles and prehistoric crocodiles, all preserved within layers of clay and mud, clear evidence of a river or wetland environment. So what caused so many creatures to end up buried in one place? Many scientists believe that a massive flood may have swept through the area, carrying everything with it and burying it in sediment. A natural disaster that inadvertently became a time capsule, preserving everything for tens of millions of years. But what makes this discovery even more remarkable is what it reveals about the extinction of dinosaurs. In the past, many believed that before being wiped out by the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event, when a massive asteroid struck Earth, dinosaurs were already in decline both in number and diversity. But Lo Hueco tells a different story. Here, dinosaur species appear highly diverse and abundant, suggesting they were still thriving right up until their extinction. According to paleontologist Darren Naish, this discovery supports the idea that dinosaurs were not gradually weakening before they vanished, but may have been wiped out suddenly. Doesn't that thought send a chill down your spine? A vibrant world, full of life suddenly erased in a single moment of cosmic history. Today, scientists continue to study these fossils. Bones, teeth, and even traces of plants and small organisms are being analyzed in laboratories, with the hope of reconstructing a complete picture of life 70 million years ago. And the big question still remains: is Lo Hueco revealing the final moments of the age of dinosaurs? Or is it just a small glimpse into a much larger story we have yet to fully understand? And what about you if you could travel back 70 million years and stand in this graveyard when it was still a living world? Would you dare? As for me, I don't think I would. It's truly terrifying. The 900-year-old skeleton beneath the birch tree. In the winter of 2015, a powerful storm unexpectedly uprooted a 215-year-old birch tree in Sligo, Ireland, and during this process, a human skeleton was discovered buried deep beneath its roots. This was a strange and surprising discovery, as the skeleton had been buried about 900 years ago during the medieval period. The upper part of the skeleton, including the spine and skull, was trapped in a tangle of tree roots, while the legs remained buried underground. The National Monument Service quickly authorized the Sligo Leitrim Archaeological team to conduct an investigation. After nearly a year of research, the archaeologists announced important findings. Dr. Marion Dowd, the lead researcher, stated that this was an exceptionally unusual excavation. The skeleton had been dislodged from its grave and was caught in the tree roots, causing the bones to fracture. However, the skeleton remained largely intact due to the preservation efforts. Through their research, the scientists determined that this was the skeleton of a young man, aged between 17 and 20, who lived between the 11th and 13th centuries. Marks on the bones suggested that the victim had suffered violent abuse, with deep cuts on the ribs and hands, possibly indicating a chase or an attack. However, the archaeologists could not precisely determine if the cause of death was war or a personal dispute. Interestingly, the victim's height was approximately 1.78 meters, which was significantly taller than the average height of people from that era, suggesting he may have engaged in hard labor from a young age. The victim was buried according to Christian burial rites, with his hands crossed over his pelvis and the grave oriented east-west. However, the researchers did not find evidence of a large cemetery, suggesting he may have been buried separately. This excavation still holds many mysteries that require further study, and scientists continue to investigate the cause of death of this young man. The deformed hand of a Shang Dynasty general. Have you ever heard the story of a warrior who carried a bronze arm after losing his real one? If not, let me take you back to the excavation site in December 2000 at Anyang, Henan Province, China, where archaeologists broke through over 3,280 feet of earth to reveal a breathtaking mystery about a Shang Dynasty warrior, a strange bronze hand, and how ancient people honored their fallen heroes as immortal legends. The ancient Chinese world of the Shang Dynasty, circa 1600 to 1046 BCE, is famous for its bronze weapons, drums, and powerful ornaments. Yet, never before had archaeologists uncovered a bronze object shaped like a human hand, quite like this one. During the dig of a large tomb, the team discovered over 200 jade fragments and numerous bronze items, each astonishing in craftsmanship, but all of them paled in comparison to the most surprising find: a right bronze hand measuring 5.2 inches long and 2.7 inches wide. This bronze hand was not solid cast, but hollow inside, attached to a wooden handle. Its fingernails and fingertips were elegantly proportioned but lacked any carved decoration. Instead, at the wrist, artisans engraved a fierce animal face with sharp eyes, as if to breathe a strange spirit into it. From the moment of the discovery, theories spread rapidly. Some said it could be a decorative item. Others thought it was a daily tool, maybe a back scratcher or a food holder. Some speculated it might have served as a self-defense weapon or a spiritual implement used in ritual sacrifices. However, what made these theories feel real and deeply moving was the identity of the tomb's occupant. After thorough analysis, experts identified the owner as a Shang general named Ya Chang, who lived under Emperor Wu Ding, the 22nd ruler of the dynasty. By studying the skeletal remains and historical records, researchers learned that Ya Chang was a seasoned military commander with many victories but had lost an arm in a fierce battle. The meaning of the bronze hand then became clear. It was not just an artifact, but a prosthetic arm, symbolizing loyalty and honor. When Ya Chang died, the soldiers who had fought alongside him personally crafted this bronze hand as a ritual talisman to be placed in the tomb, replacing the lost limb and preserving the image of a complete warrior for descendants and posterity. Thanks to this bronze hand resting in the tomb, more than 3 millennia later, we can still sense the presence of a commander who once led troops, embraced victory, and endured painful loss. Although the item was neither inlaid with jade nor gilded, it clearly expressed the deep respect his soldiers and family had for Ya Chang, a leader remembered not just for glory, but also for sacrifice and pain. This excavation revealed more than just a tomb filled with precious objects. It told the touching story of an individual, his life, his war wound, and the final gift his comrades left behind, now preserved beneath the earth as humanity's heritage. Moreover, the discovery of the bronze hand in the Shang era sheds new light on ancient East Asian burial customs. Instead of neglecting a disfigured body, people performed rituals to compensate for such loss, reflected in the craftsmanship and spiritual significance tied to beauty, divinity, and power. The hand might have been placed in the tomb to guide the spirit upward or serve as a reminder that despite losing an arm, Ya Chang maintained his dignity and strength as in life. The mystery of Colombia's natural mummies. When the coffin opens, life feels intact. Imagine being a grave digger in a quiet, peaceful little town nestled in the mountains of Colombia. It's just another ordinary day. You open the lid of an old coffin, preparing to relocate the remains as part of a local burial tradition. But instead of crumbling bones weathered by time, you're faced with an astonishing sight, a body that appears almost untouched. Hair still intact, teeth in place, skin dried but still preserving the contours of the face. Would you believe your eyes? What sounds like a scene from a science fiction film is, in fact, a real event that happened in San Bernardo, a small town in Colombia. About 60 years ago, this place caught the attention of archaeologists and scientists worldwide after the discovery of a series of natural mummies. bodies that had undergone no artificial embalming, yet remained remarkably preserved for decades. And the mystery doesn't stop there. These mummies weren't stored under special conditions. No chemicals, no ancient embalming techniques like those used in Egypt. So why didn't their bodies decompose like others? When experts came to investigate, they were stunned. They found not just one, but several bodies with hair, teeth, fingernails, toenails, and even facial expressions still clearly visible. Some of the bodies had dried out like leather mannequins, yet their forms remained largely unchanged. The existence of these mummies has sparked a range of scientific hypotheses, ranging from environmental factors to the local population's lifestyle. Can you guess what's believed to be the reason behind this mysterious preservation? It's not technology or magic, but rather two native fruits commonly found in the local diet: guadala, also known as chayote, and balu. Locals believe that the combination of the region's dry climate, pure mountain spring water, and a diet that's entirely natural, free from chemicals and pesticides, has naturally preserved the bodies of the deceased without any human intervention. Still, scientists have yet to offer a definitive explanation. No scientific evidence so far has been strong enough to pinpoint one factor as the main cause. Perhaps it's the simple, nature-aligned way of life led by the residents of San Bernardo decades ago that gave rise to this mysterious phenomenon, one that continues to puzzle experts to this day. Today, this tiny town is more than just a final resting place. It's become a curious tourist destination. Visitors can see 8 naturally mummified bodies preserved in special glass cases. From once silent coffins, now comes the awakening of curiosity and awe in thousands of visitors each year. And perhaps the most surprising part? Thanks to these eternal residents, the town's economy has been revived in a way no one ever expected. So, what do you think is truly behind the phenomenon of these natural mummies? A yet undiscovered biological secret, or a random gift from Mother Nature? Do you place your trust in science or in the power of traditional living? Don't hesitate to share your thoughts, because who knows, you might help unravel a mystery that has baffled scientists for over half a century.